Good morning, my dear students. Hope that you are fine. I am also fine by the grace of Allah. I am Muhammad Ibrahim, lecturer in chemistry, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. Today, we will discuss chapter 7, chemistry, chapter 7, chemical reactions. From this chapter, today I will discuss the knowledge-based question. All of you see that I have written the first one. It is irreversible reaction. So, everybody see that there is a reaction calcium carbonate. If it is breaks, if we apply heat on calcium carbonate, then it will be calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. This reaction is occur in open container. That means carbon dioxide, it will go as a gas. Then so there is no chance of backward reaction. So these two cannot be the backward reaction. So this type of reaction is called irreversible reaction. It is only the forward reaction. So I have written the definition. Now all of you see. The reaction in which only the reactants convert into products and products don't convert into reactants is called irreversible reaction. So in this reaction we have seen that it is only the forward reaction, so it is called irreversible reaction. Now second one also I have given the same example. All of you see that if calcium carbonate is heated, or if we apply heat on calcium carbonate, it will be calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, but it is in closed container. As it is closed container, the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide again there will be the backward reaction and it will be calcium carbonate. So for this reason I have given the sign. It is the sign of reversible reaction. So all of you see that. Now what will be the definition? The reaction in which the reactants convert into products and the products again convert into reactants simultaneously is called reversible reaction. So here reactants, it converts into products, again products convert into reactants. So for this reason this type of reaction is called reversible reaction. So all of you write it in your classwork copy. Okay, now number 3, exothermic reaction. All of you see the board. I have written the definition. The chemical reactions in which heat is evolved are called exothermic reaction. The chemical reactions in which heat is evolved or heat is produced are called exothermic reaction. Okay, now let's see the example. Nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas react together and 92 kilojoule heat evolved from this reactant and produce ammonia gas. So here the heat is evolved. For this reason it is written in negative, I mean minus 92 kilojoule. If I write it with the reactant, then it will be in the left side. If I write it with the product, then it will be plus. So then it will be plus 92 kilojoule. Again it can be written as del S condition. That means we know that the exothermic reaction del S is negative, so it will be minus 92 kilojoule. So it can be written in three ways. If I write the amount of heat with the reactant, it is minus. If I write the amount of heat with the product, then it will be plus. Then if I write del S, then it will be minus 92 kilojoule. Okay, now similarly we can write the endothermic reaction. The chemical reactions in which heat is absorbed. Just there is a difference of one word. Here heat is evolved and here heat is absorbed are called endothermic reactions. So in this reaction we see that ammonia gas, it converts to nitrogen and hydrogen and absorbing amount of heat is 92 kilojoule. So if I write the amount of heat with the reactant, then it will be plus 92 kilojoule because it is absorbed. So if I write it in the right side or with the product, then it will be 92 kilojoule minus. Then if I write the amount of heat in del S, then it will be plus 92 kilojoule. So in the exothermic reaction the amount of heat is positive, del S is positive, and in the exothermic reaction the del S is negative. So we have seen the difference between exothermic and endothermic reactions. Here heat is evolved in case of exothermic reaction, and in case of endothermic reaction heat is absorbed, and in case of exothermic reaction del H is negative, in case of endothermic reaction del H is positive. Now these types of equations are called thermochemical equations. These are called thermochemical equations. So these are thermochemical equations. Thermochemical so these equations are called thermochemical equations. So I have written exothermic and endothermic reaction. Now everybody write it in your class work copy. Okay, now number 5, redox reaction. The reaction in which electrons are released or and accepted by reactants is called redox reaction. Actually, redox reaction is the combination of reduction reaction and oxidation reaction. So from reduction it is red and from oxidation it is ox, then together it is redox. So actually redox reaction is the combination of reduction and oxidation reaction. So the reaction in which electrons are released. If electrons are released it is oxidation, and electron accepted it is reduction. So for this reason this reaction is called redox reaction. So in redox reaction two reaction is together. One is reduction reaction, another one is oxidation reaction. Okay, now everybody see the board. Sodium plus chlorine, it reacts together and produce sodium chloride. If I balance, here will be 2, then it will be 2. Okay, now here the oxidation number of sodium is 0. Okay, now oxidation number of sodium is 0 and chlorine also 0, and here oxidation number of sodium is +1 and chlorine is -1. Okay, now from this reaction we see that sodium it donates 1 electron, so it is oxidation. Sodium donates electron, so it is oxidation. And here chlorine receives electron, so it is plus electron, so it is reduction. So from this reaction we can understand oxidation, reduction, then oxidant, reductant, many things. Okay, now let us start. Number 6, oxidation reaction. The reaction in which the reactant, oxidation reaction, the reaction in which electrons are donated by reactant is called oxidation reaction. So in this reaction we see that sodium, it donates one electron, then it becomes sodium plus. So it is oxidation reaction. Number 7, the reduction reaction. The reaction in which electrons are accepted by reactant is called reduction reaction. So chlorine, it receives one electron, so it becomes chloride ion. So this is reduction reaction. Okay, my dear students, again see the board. Sodium and chlorine react together to produce sodium chloride. In this reaction, sodium donates one electron and becomes sodium plus, and chlorine receives one electron and becomes chloride ion. So here oxidation and reduction occur together. So this is a redox reaction. So from this we can understand easily what is oxidation reaction. The reaction in which electrons are donated by reactant is called oxidation reaction. Sodium donate one electron, so sodium, this reaction is oxidation reaction. Again, the reaction in which electrons are accepted by reactant is called reduction reaction. Chlorine accepts electron and becomes chloride ion, so it is reduction reaction. Okay, now number 8, reductant. Okay, everybody see that from this reaction we can define 4 definitions. First one I have given oxidation reaction, second one I have given reduction reaction, now I will give reductant. The reductant, the reactant which donates electron is called reductant or reducing agent. Okay, here sodium donates electron, so it is, sodium is reductant. Again, number 9, oxidant. The reactant which accepts electron is called oxidant. So here chlorine accepts electron, so chlorine is oxidant. Okay, dear students, again from the beginning I am telling, I have written a common reaction. It is a very common reaction, sodium plus chlorine and producing sodium chloride. In this reaction, oxidation reaction and reduction reaction is occurred together. So from this reaction I told that I will give 4 definitions. First one I have given oxidation reaction, then I have given reduction reaction. Now reductant, the reactant which donates electron is called reductant. Here sodium donate electron, so for this reason sodium is a reductant and it is also called reducing agent. Now oxidant, in this reaction we see that the reactant chlorine, it accepts electrons, so for this reason it is an oxidant. So here sodium is reductant and chlorine is oxidant. Okay, we have seen that oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, oxidant and reductant. Now oxidation number. The Chard's number which creates due to the accepting or releasing of electron of an atom or ion is called oxidation number. So we have seen that in sodium chloride compound, sodium donate 1 electron, so the oxidation number of sodium is +1. Again chlorine receives 1 electron, so oxidation number of chlorine is -1. Like this we can find out the oxidation number of different elements present in a molecule of a compound. Okay, now number 11 I have written addition reaction. All of you see the board. The reaction in which a new compound is formed by combination of 2 or more elements or molecules is called an addition reaction. Okay, now I am writing the reaction. Everybody know it is ferrous chloride plus chlorine. It reacts together to produce ferric chloride. Now if I balance, here will be 2, then here will be 2. Now the reaction is balanced. Okay, now everybody see that here one compound and one molecule. It is the compound molecule and it is elementary molecule. These two molecules combine together and form a new compound, ferric chloride. Okay, now synthesis reaction. It is also one type of addition reaction. In this reaction, only the elements combine together to form a new compound. For example, nitrogen plus hydrogen, it's producing ammonia, NH3. So if I balance, then it will be 2 and it will be 3. So here only the elementary molecule combine together. Nitrogen is elementary molecule, hydrogen is elementary molecule. So when the only the elementary molecule combine together and form a new compound, this type of reaction is called synthesis reaction. And so synthesis reaction is also one type of addition reaction. So we can tell all synthesis are addition, but all addition are not synthesis. Okay, my dear students, now we are in number 13. It is decomposition reaction. Everybody see that the process in which a compound breaks into one or more elements or molecule is called decomposition reaction. For example, everybody know that phosphorus pentachloride, 5 chlorine, so it is phosphorus pentachloride. It breaks and produce phosphorus trichloride plus chlorine. Phosphorus trichloride, that means 3 chlorine and chlorine will be breaks. Okay, then number 14, substitution reaction. The process in which an element or radical displaces another element or radical from a compound and takes its place is called a substitution reaction. Okay, now I am writing the reaction zinc plus sulfuric acid. So here zinc, it replaces hydrogen, then it will be zinc sulfate and hydrogen will be separated. Okay, now again I am telling, all of you see the word. I have written decomposition reaction. The process in which a compound breaks into one or more elements or compounds or molecules is called decomposition reaction. For example, phosphorus pentachloride, it breaks and to produce phosphorus trichloride and chlorine. Now substitution reaction, the process in which an element or radical displaces another element or radical from a compound and takes its place is called a substitution reaction. Here I have given the example zinc plus sulfuric acid, it produces zinc sulfate and hydrogen. So here zinc replaced by hydrogen, then it produces zinc sulfate and hydrogen is separated. So this type of reaction is called substitution reaction. Okay, now number 15, combustion reaction. Combustion means burning. The process in which any compound or element is burnt in the presence of oxygen of air is called combustion reaction. For example, everybody know it is methane gas. If it is burned in oxygen, also gas, then it is producing carbon dioxide gas plus water, it is also gas, then plus energy, heat. So if methane gas is burned in oxygen, then it producing carbon dioxide, water and heat. This is a combustion reaction. Now these are finishing the redox reaction. All types of redox reaction I have told. Now non-redox reaction. Everybody see that in non-redox reaction, the reaction in which electron exchange does not occur between two reactants. So in the up to the combustion reaction, we have seen that in all the reactants there was electron transformation or electron exchange between two reactants. One reactant donates electron and another reactant receive electrons. Now in non-redox reaction, this type of electron exchange does not occur between two reactants. This type of reaction is called non-redox reaction. Okay, now number 17, neutralization reaction. I think everybody know the reaction in which acid and base react together to produce salt and water is called neutralization reaction. Okay, now example, it is I have written hydrochloric acid plus I have written sodium hydroxide. These two react together and produce sodium chloride plus water. So this is acid, this is base, these two react together and produce salt and water. This type of reaction is called neutralization reaction. Okay, now next one, number 18, spectator ions. Okay, now the ions which exist in reaction system but don't take part in the reaction are called spectator ions. For example, it is hydrogen ion plus chloride ion plus sodium ion plus hydroxyl ion. Okay, these ion reacts together, but sodium ion plus chloride ion it remain as it is, and hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion it produce water. So here sodium ion and chloride ion, after the reaction also it is remain as it is. So again I am telling neutralization reaction, the reaction in which acid and base react together to produce salt and water are called neutralization reaction. I have given example. First one, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. It is acid, it is base. They react together to produce salt and water, sodium chloride and water. Okay, now what is spectator ions? The ions which exist in reaction system but don't take part in the reaction are called spectator ions. Here we see that hydrogen ion, chloride ion, sodium ion and hydroxyl ion. In this case, hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion, these two makes water, but sodium ion and chloride ion remain as it is. So it don't take part in the chemical reaction but it exists in the chemical reaction. So this type of ions are called spectator ions. So my dear students, today I have given 18 knowledge based question from this chapter. You must learn all the question and write it, all the question and answer and write it in your class work copy. And like this way you make 10 knowledge based question yourself and write it and do it in homework copy. Okay, thank you everybody.